To me, okay, becoming successful is not really that hard. It's actually quite easy, but you have to have a blueprint. You have to have a blueprint of success. Now, I'm just telling you what I do. I'm not telling you to do anything because I'm not a financial planner. So everything I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only, but this is subject to just my opinion. It's called the 30-30-40 rule. Okay. So here's an example. Okay. Before I get to the 30-30-40 rule, let me tell you what you actually should be thinking and worried about. Too many people are worried about the wrong effing things. Okay. Like I'll give you an example. Okay. Like people want to be a millionaire. Like I want to have $1 million in the bank. Let me tell you something. I've had $1 million in the bank. I've had more. And I got to tell you something. Cash is a very hard thing. It's a very hard thing to hold on to. I have a certain system where I put money in a safe deposit box that's very far away from me and it's very inconvenient for me to get there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of traffic, but that's the only thing that works for me. If I have cash in a bank account, forget about it. I spend it. If I have cash in my house, which I don't, I'll spend it. Okay, so the only thing that works for me is I try to keep it like far, far away. So far away, I can't get to you. It's too much traffic. It's too inconvenient. That's the only thing that works for me. But ultimately, I'll tell you what I'm planning to do with my cash and gold, and I'm going to go over all of that. But the key is not how much cash you have. It really doesn't matter. I won 250,000 one time in the New York lottery, and I had a whole bunch of cash, whole lot of cash going on. It doesn't matter. I do say cash is king, but if you use it the right way, cash is king. If you use it the wrong way, cash is queen. She's your queen to be. So, what is using cash the right way? Okay, got to invest it. Now, I made a major mistake. I put a lot of my cash, a large amount, in AMC stock. I wanted to hit a grand slam home run. I didn't want to just hit a home run. I wanted to hit a grand slam home run, and I regret that decision. I lost on paper, at least. We'll see. We're still holding, but today's earnings day. But on paper, I lost a lot of money. And that's why now, you notice Apefather just talks about real estate. That's where I'm heading for the rest of my life. Because cash is a very hard thing to come by. It's very hard to get it. And once you get it, you really don't want to risk losing it. You don't want to lose the money. You want to put it in something that you know is going to give you passive income. It's going to increase your equity, something that's a solid investment. And I don't consider the stock market solid. I think it's rigged in my opinion. I think it's corrupt. That's just my opinion. You could have your opinion. That's just my opinion. And I believe in very little stocks now, like stocks like DWOC because of Donald J. Trump. I'm a big believer in Trump. So I support Truth Social and DWOC, but that's another video. But anyway, that's very small percentage. I switched it to about 10%. This is what I do, is my risk factor. 10% is the stock market. Everything else is solid. That's what I've been doing lately. 90% solid, 10% risk factor, okay? So anyway, what is the 30-30-40 rule? 30%, you got to pay Uncle Sam, right? It's about your income every month. Let's go with 30,000 a month. Now I understand a lot of you may not make 30,000 a month. We're just using it as an example. Or let's say some of you might make more than 30,000 a month, but it's just you could apply this on any income. I'm just using 30,000 a month as an example. So 30% has got to be reserved for taxes. That's $9,000. $9,000 you put it aside. Uncle Sam. Then you got another 30%, okay, which I like to say is the savings. You're saving it, but listen, you're storing it for something good. When it grows to a certain level, it's just being stored temporarily so you could put it into some good investment, which I think is real estate that generates passive income. But we'll talk about that, later. And then the remaining 40%, which is 12,000, you live on it. That's that. I need about 12, 15,000 a month to live. So that's why I'm using this example, just in my particular case. Okay. So the idea is what to strive for in life is to get to that level, to get to a level where you have enough money where you could pay Uncle Sam. You have enough money where every month you're storing money, okay, which is going to be eventually used to go into a good investment, a real investment, real estate. That's why they call it real estate, okay? And like I said, if you want to play with a small amount, which I do, you could do that. You could play with 10%. So instead of putting, 30%. You can put 20% into, say, real estate, 10% to the stock market, whatever you want to do. That's, again, I'm not a financial planner. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm an entertainer, but you do whatever you want to do. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, the idea is to keep growing your income. And that's it. If you stick to this system, I don't think you could lose, because you'll be living every month comfortably. You could go out, you could eat, restaurants, you could have fun, you could do things, and you're not worried because you got your money set aside for taxes, you got your money set aside for storage. And like I said, when the storage grows to a certain level, my suggestion, again, I'm not suggesting anything to you, I'm suggesting it to myself because I'm not a financial planner, I'm an entertainer, is to put it into real estate. Real estate is key. Real estate is the key. Something that will bring in passive income every month. And now the thing is, eventually the passive income is going to be what's going to go over your regular income. You follow me? And then that's when you can start splurging. That's when you can start getting all the nice things in life. You can start getting the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis. See, because that's different. You want to use passive income for that stuff. That's another mistake people make, is that they use just their regular income and then they go broke. They'll go buy a car they can't afford or a house they can't afford, and then they wind up going bankrupt. You only want to use your passive income, and especially after it rises above your regular income, to start to use that little extra money for luxury things. You want to get a nice watch, you want to get a Rolex, whatever you want to get. You use the passive income for that, because that's money every month, guaranteed money. But you want to keep growing that passive income. How do you grow it? The 30-30-40 rule. So anyway, that's just what I do. We'll talk more about it soon. This video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. This video is for entertainment purposes only, because I am the greatest entertainer who's ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe. The one, the only Apefather in the house, baby. Wow!